So the last thing we are going to talk about is that the definition of cross product. Okay, what is cross product? The cross product is it's a multiplication of vector, but this is vectoral multiplication, like A times B or A cross product B that will return another vector, not a scalar vector, and it will return another vector which is perpendicular to A and B. Yani A ve B'yi vektörel çarptığınız zaman ikisine dik olan üçüncü bir vektör. Bu demektir ki iki boyutlu anlamda, iki boyutlu uzayda anlamsız bir şey bu. Üç boyutlu uzayda anlamda. So it can be said that this is meaningless in 2D space. It is meaningful in 3D space because we have three different directions. So A and B, and then so C will be perpendicular to both of them. So this is useful when you rotate a vector along an axis and you don't know the rotation axis. That is useful. For example, this is turret of a tank and you want to rotate this from A to B. So you have to find the rotation axis, that is C. So in order to find that, you have to say A cross product B, that will give you C, and you're going to return this turret along the C. Şimdi A'dan B'ye döndürmek istiyorsunuz ya, dönme ekseni gerekiyor. Dönme ekseni nedir? Tabii ki C'dir burada. Bu C'yi veren aslında cross product'tır, bu kadar. So now let me show an example. You will better understand, I believe. Şöyle yapalım. Yukarıdan bakalım. Fark etmiyor gerçi. Çok önemli değil. Point A, point B. I want to get this cross product. Let's do it. I don't know the formula of the cross product, but I think we can use unity as one. Cross product'ın formülünü hatırlamıyorum ama let's check the cross product. That is confusing me. Not that much easy. Okay, I think this is more complicated. Let's don't use it. Let's just use unity one. It's confusing. It will take time. So let's say we have point 1 and point 1, point 2, and I want to get the cross product. So let's say vector 3, then say cross product is equal to vector 3, then cross of point 1 and then point 2. And let's draw this. And then let's make it pink. I don't have pink, right? We have red, green, let's make it blue. And then show it here. So let's take a look at here, make it bigger here so you'll better understand what's happening. Can you see that? A and B, and that is perpendicular to both of them. Maybe it's hard to see, but take a look at. Şöyle yapalım. Let's make it simple for you. Büyüklük değil. Burada büyüklük önemli değil. Burada yön verir, vektör verir. Büyüklük A ve B, point A ve point B'ye göre değişiyor. Biri büyüdüğü zaman öbürü de büyüyor haliyle. Anlatacağım. So now can you see that the blue axis is perpendicular to point 1 and point 2? Buradaki mavi eksenin kırmızı ve yeşile dik olduğunu görebiliyor musunuz arkadaşlar? Fark ediliyor bakın. Bu şekilde görülüyor. So if I move it like this, you see it's changing. It's always perpendicular to A and B. Like this. Take a look at here. You see it's always, if I move this, it is always changing. Aslında bu bir anlamda bir eksen. 3 boyutlu bir x, y, z. Okey. Uzunluk bunların uzunluğuna bağlı. Formülü biraz karışık bakalım. Bilmiyorum, belki şey aslında EJK vardı, hatırlıyor musunuz fizikte? Onlarla yapılıyor. Okay, let me just cross product formula. Düzgün bir yer bulamadım ki. Ha, şu şekilde. Formülü şu arkadaşlar. x1 çarpı x2 şu formül bu. Yapalım mı? Bunu da yapalım hadi. Canını sağ olsun. Formül bulduk, formül nasıl olsa yapalım. Şunu bir alayım ben şuradan. Bu resim mi? Resim olması kötü oldu. Biz baka baka yaparız. Okay, this is vector A and this vector B, right? So AY BZ minus AZ BY and then AZ BX and plus blah blah. We can do that. Can we do that? Let's do that. Vector 3, say cross is equal to AY BZ. So 0.1 times Y and then 0.2 Z. And then minus A'yı point 1'e çevir, B'yi point 2'ye çevir, çorba. Şöyle yapalım mı? Olduğu gibi alalım. Sonra değiştirelim. So AYBZ, AZBY minus AZ times BY and then AZBX and by the way this is new vector 3 and say arkadaşlar ben bir yapayım anlatayım size, olur mu? Anlatarak yazmak zor oluyor. Yapalım. Kim desem dedin? Kim dedi bunu? Çıkışta dövüyoruz. Float Z yok. Float X, Y and Z. Madem şey yaptık yapalım. And X, Y and Z. So 0.1 Y times 0.2 Z minus AZBY 0.1 Z 0.2 Y. Okay, this is the first one. And then copy it. I think we can change something here. AZBX, so this is Z, this is X, and that is XZ, X and Z, and then finally XY, YX, X, Y, and Y, X. Okay, we found the cross product. So simply put this here. It must give the same result because this is X and Y and Z. Let's see. I think it's working, right? Same. Right, same. This is the blue one, so it's perpendicular to the others. Yes. Bakın bu ikisi arasındaki derece 90 derece. Arasındaki açı. Ne yaparsanız yapın bunlar belli bir eksende 90 derece olacak birbirine. Çünkü ikisi iki farklı eksende. Şu ikisine dik olan da 3. eksen. So you understand the idea again. But again this is formula. You don't have to memorize formula. Bu ders için herhangi bir formül ezberlemeniz gerekmiyor arkadaşlar. Gerekirse sınavda veririz eğer istersek. Ama herhangi bir formül ezberlememizi istemiyoruz. So this is x, y and z. You compute and you get this one. So that is simple. And okay, now let me just tell you where can we use this in Unity. I want to return this turret from A to B here. Like I want to rotate this turret along this C axis. To do that, I have to give that A and B, so I can rotate around C. Let's just do that simply. So I know the orientation, rotation axis, right? So simply, let's put 3D object to cube here, and put this in origin. And say public transform and then cube. So I'm going to get this cube to rotate it. So here, vector helper, I have this cube, and they drag and drop here. Then simply here tell that cube, then rotate, this one, rotate, and Euler or axis and angle. I want to rotate around that axis, so the cross axis, which is the rotation axis, and angle is like 10 degree. And then let's do it and see what's happening. I'm not sure, can you see that simply, but it is rotating cube around that axis. Arkadaşlar bilmiyorum, görülüyor mu buradan, biraz yamuk olduğu için sıkıntılı ama döndürme ekseni bu. Bak değiştiriyorum döndürme eksenini. Böyle gösterecek olursak biraz daha rahat görüneceğini ümit ediyorum. Şu eksen etrafına döndürüyor, mavi eksen etrafına döndürüyor. Tamam. It is rotating. Okay, let's make it simple. It will be much simpler than this. So this is x and y. Okay, x and y. So let's make it put them both in 0. Reset. This is 0.1 and 0.2 like this. And then put this in origin. Again, this is an origin. And now let's just do it again here. Now you better see, right? Şimdi daha rahat görüyorsunuz herhalde. Döndürme eksenini. Şöyle zeynep şu mavi eksenin etrafını döndüğünü görebiliyorsunuz. Şöyle. Basitçe tankı point 1 ve point 2 ekseninde olduğunu varsayarsak bakın o eksene doğru dönüyor şöyle. Onun dik olan eksen dönüyor. I know it's really hard to understand in the beginning, but if you play with Unity, you're going to understand, I believe. It is not easy, it's hard. And then we are going to use some of them in lectures later on. So please try to understand. I gave them beforehand, so you will understand them. Take your time and then try to understand. Any question here? No question? Kaç dakikamız var? Bir saat falan mı var? Dakika mı var? Erken bitti, o zaman devam edelim. Bir şeyler de anlatalım. Normalde konumuz bitti. Sizde biraz daha farklı anlattığım için. Okay, now I need to talk about something different. Okay, standard assets. Unity standard assets. Have you ever heard about them? Like you want to make fire, water, foam, steam, or you want to have a character, you want to have vehicle, craft things. We have standard assets in Unity. So now let me tell you. So it's better to organize your code. So it's better to create a folder call it scripts, and then take them all and put inside. And this is a material, right? And then right click here and create materials, and then put it inside. So it's always better to put your things in folder here in Unity. So I want to show you a standard assets. Go to Asset Store, and in order to download it, you don't have to log in. So say, but let me check, standard assets here. Oh, just left it. It requires internet connection, by the way. And then I already download yesterday. So I just want to import them here simply. It's a package. It provides you environment, some prefabs regarding foam, fire, water, trees, so many things. You have so many things like materials, prefabs, and then animations, some sound files, scripts, so many things. Just import them all. It will take some time. So you can create simple game using only script because it's already there are some ready particle things here. Again, I told you it will take time. So now let's just talk about them a little bit here. Bir önceki haftada mı? Oyuna başlamıştık direkt. Oyuna başlayacağız önümüzdeki hafta. Geçen sene raket oyunu yaptık. Raket oyunu yine yapılabilir mi? Başlangıç için yapılabilir. Zor bir oyun seçmek sıkıntı olur başlangıç için. Başlangıç için kolay bir oyun olsun istiyorum çünkü bu kolaydır. Rigid body, translate, rotate, bunlar anlaşılması lazım. Sonraki aşamalarda belki Pac-Man oyunu yapabiliriz bu sene. Evet. Pac-Man'de yapay zeka da var, diğer şeyler de var. Biraz ileri seviye kod var. Hatta Pac-Man'i yarıda bırakıp size ödev olarak verebilirim. Yani ekstra 10 puan vereceğim ya sene sonunda. Final haricinde. Dolayısıyla onu bitirmeyip size bırakabilirim gerisini. Gerçi bulursunuz. İnternette bir dünya kaynak vardır bunun için de anlamanız önemli tabii ki. O zaman Pac-Man yapmayalım. Başka bir şey yapalım. İnternet olmayan bir oyun yapalım. Ne, aklınıza bir şey geliyor mu? Yapabileceğimiz bir oyun olsun yani. Bütün yıl uğraşmayalım. Netice itibariyle işimiz oyun yapmak değil arkadaşlar. Biz akademik çalışıyoruz. Tetris de olabilir. Olabilir, yapılabilir. Onun da YouTube'da videolar var bir sürü. Kaynıyor. Tank oyunu da yok. Pac-Man yapılabilir. Bakacağız duruma göre arkadaşlar. Söz vermeyeyim. Tamamen zaman ve şeye göre değişecek. Again, I told you it will take time. This is extremely huge package. Koşma oyunu mu? Temple Run. O ikinci oyunumuz olacaktı. Biz de ona benzer bir oyun yapacağız. Sonsuz işte sahneler sürekli. Sen gittikçe yapılan bir şey olacak. Bir harita yapılacak dinamik olarak. Ona procedural ne diyecektik ona? Procedural creation of map'ti galiba. Yani aslında oyun random olarak gelişiyor. Kendi kendine oluşturuyor. Öyle bir oyun yapacağız. Yine onunla alakalı oyun save data yapacağız, load data yapacağız. Oyun kullanıcı bilgileri, elmas toplama gibi. Onu yapacağız, merak etmeyin. Ya temel bir oyunda olması gereken ne varsa onu burada anlatacağız. Sonra ikinci dönem vize sonrası yapay zekaya gireceğiz. İşte görme, botun görmesi, botun takip etmesi, botun üstüne etkileşime girmesi, saldırması gibi yapay zeka kısmına gireceğiz. Bu dersi verirken arkadaşlar bir kitap takip ediyorum. Yani kafama göre işlemiyorum konuları. Özellikle vize sonrası konularda. Bu kitabı size göstereceğim, getireceğim. O kitabı bitirdikten sonra bu dersi vermeye başladım. Önemli bir kitap. O kitabın yani o kitabı editleyen kişi de zaten Call of Duty oyununu yapanlardan bir tanesi. Yani bir adam, boş bir adam değil. Okay. Let's say I want to create a new scene, or just simply delete them all. I don't need them. Let's right click here and say create. So here, create, because we are going to create game object. If you want to create game object, you have to go here all the time. In hierarchy, 3D object, say terrain. That is going to give you terrain. In Turkish, it's arazi. Okay, you have terrain, which is a big map for your game. You can make some environmental things like mountain, trees, water, lake, whatever you want. And you can put texture on it. So you see, we created terrain, and here in the inspector section, we have new component called terrain. And using this component, you can simply build a terrain. This is something about me, don't worry about this. Okay, first of all, I want to select this brush, and then it will give me to paint some texture. But to do that, I have to say edit terrain layer and create layer. This is again textures given in that standard package. So go down and choose whatever you want. I want to choose this green one. So now I want to just move a little bit down, and you see that we have this texture. The entire area is just covered by this texture. So I can simply say set height, and then maybe I can raise some terrain here. Set height, raise or lower terrain, and then choose this one. I can simply, not simply, what's happening? It's an error. Çok küçük yapmışım, görmemişim. Evet. So you have something like this, and then you can build some terrains, or like this. This is totally up to you. If you think these mountains are like they're not smooth, you can smooth them, simply like smooth height, and you can choose this one and then smooth them all. You can play with them like this, and again set raise, or here you can raise them. If it's too raised, you can control shift, and then you can just again undo this operation simply. So I want to just make it like this, and then like this one. This is, I think, good. So it's good to put a lake here. Buraya bir göl yapalım. Yanında birkaç ağaç. So here, I want to choose another paint texture, and then create layer. This time it will be something like this one, and then choose this one, and I want to just draw that area. So this will be maybe much better, something like this. Or I'm not good at this, but you can try at home. It's totally safe, no problem. So yes, I'm going to add water here. So how can we add water here? It's simple. In this standard assets folder, we have so many things. We have like cameras, effects, environment, and then utility vehicles. Go to environment here, choose water, and then water, then prefabs. Prefabs is actually, it's a game object, modified game object. It's ready to use, made by someone. It's including scripts and so many things. I'm going to explain this prefab next week, don't worry about this, but this is again just example here. So just drag and drop here, and then you can simply move it like this, then scale it a bit, then suyu aşağıdan kaldı çok. So water is here, and then okay, now I think it's good. So let me set the camera like this, and then choose the main camera and go to game object, say align with view. So now our camera is set here. I want to add something, maybe for the water. I can change something. Okay, this is What is this? That is different. Bu su daha iyiymiş bak. That water is much better. So this one. In that water, I think I can do something. Reflective, simple. This is simple water. That is reflective. That is refractive. I think this is reflective is better because it's going to reflect the mountain shape. Let's play the game, see what's happening. Su uzak hareket ediyor da uzak kaldığı için görünmüyor. Okay, let me just... Bu arada bu bayağı büyük bir alanmış yani. Scale'imiz biraz bozuk. Bu su bayağı büyük yani. Onları da ekleyeceğim şu an birazdan. So I think we have a problem with the light. What's the problem with the light? Let me change them. Güneş var da güneş alakasız bir yerde. Let me change the orientation of sun. I can play with sun. Here, go transform. Rotate it bit. Şöyle güneş tepede görüyor musun? Bak şurada görünüyor. Yansıyor şeye. Arkadaşlar haber vermeden çıkmazsanız iyi olur dersten. Çıkabilirsiniz belki ama haber verseniz iyi olur. Bunu yapmayın. Okay. I want to change this. Say the water and make it refractive. This is better for the daytime. It's up to you again. But go to the scene. Put the camera close. Okay, make it global so you can simply go down. Let's see. Hareket ediyor, görünmüyor mu? Bayağı yaklaşayım ben ya kameraya. Şu an görünüyor mu? Okay. So you see. So let's add some trees. How can we add trees here? We have another things is paint trees and edit trees, add tree. Then in the standard assets we must have some tree. So should be here. This one. Then edit. Then go to scene mode here again. I choose my C and this is the brush. You have size, so you can put the tree here. I want to make a small area, and then for density, which means number of trees, I want to reduce this here a bit. So like put something maybe here, and then add one more maybe here, and then here. It's up to you. Maybe one more here. You can add one more tree. It's up to you totally. So it's like quite nice scene, I think. So hayalimdeki ev falan. Böyle bir tane ev çakalım. Okay, so you can add more different kinds of tree. You can remove trees simply. For example, if I shift click, I can simply remove them all. And then control again. It's very simple. They call it speed tree. And then we can add some brush, some grass things here. So edit details, add grass texture, and then you can choose grass texture here, and then say add. So let me just add some grass here. So this one, terrain, and then grass. Where's the grass? Did I choose grass? Okay, you see, I can put some grass here. It's totally up to you. Again, this is not important for us. Maybe later on you can use them in your games, but again, we don't care about them for now. Not so important. But this is the thing, your area. You can play with this. So it's a winding here, just a moving. Okay, I want to just simply add some in standard asset. I have some scenes, sample scenes. Go to scene here, 2D character. So there are something made by Unity. You can just to make a 2D platformer game, and you can modify them or whatever you want here simply. Okay, and let's change another scene, that is aircraft. Ses niye gelmiyor ya? Can just can play with this or this one. This is AI, and then play with it. It will just move automatically. You can change the camera's view. You see, there are so many cameras here. This is active now. If you change it, that is active. It's very simple. You're changing cameras. So there's one camera is like behind, one camera is front. So something like this. You can have the other one. This is propeller. Tayyare. AI is better than me, by the way. I'm not good at this. Okay, this is enough for me. So you have this one, this AI, and that is car. So you have a nice car. So you can play with them. So this is AI car again. It will go automatically. You have characters. This is first person character. So you are the character here. You can just simply move, jump, and then you can jump here. And another one, this is third person character. So this is called Ethan. So simply, okay, the game is over. Then this is, I think this is AI. Yes, this is AI character. So you just put your direction, it will automatically go to there. We are going to use Now Mesh agent for this. It will automatically create a A-style algorithm for this, and then go to there in a short path, using a short path. Okay, particle, sorry. Hazır Unity içerisinde. Hazır bir yapı. Okay, here we have explosion and fire. And then fire mobile, then dust storm, then steam, su buharı, then hose, then fireworks, you have flare. The good thing is you can use them directly in your game. You don't have to do anything, just drag and drop, that's all. I'm going to explain how we'll do that. It is very simple. So we have explosion again. You can reset it. You can just put a timer for this. So you understand the idea. For example, I want to create my own scene. Let's say create scene again, and then go there. It will be empty, and I want to use the fireworks here or explosion here. I should go to there again, and then effects. Maybe they are where they are. You can just simply say dust, for example. Now it will tell you this is the prefab. Sorry, this is prefab. Dust prefab. Choose your scene and then drag and drop. So now you will have your dust. But this is not active. Make it active. Now you will have dust here simply. You see? You just simply use it. That's all. And you can use whatever you want in your game. It is very simple, and we are going to use them in our games because we don't want to make dust. And I also I will tell you how to make them by yourself. Of course, making fire is not easy. It is easy, but you have to use some textures. You have to download something, but this is not my. That is not our subject or our purpose because we want to write codes. This is game programming. We want to program games. But I will tell you if you need. So this is the end of lecture. If you have any question, ask me. Otherwise, the lecture is over.